Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we are continuing with our Java bootcamp, and this is one of the most important videos as we are entering into the core concepts of the programming language Java. What these core concepts means that they are the basic concepts that we need to execute all our programs. So and these concepts will be mostly common to all the programming languages. Just understand the logic behind that because we will be seeing the conditional statements like if else and stuff. So all literally every programming language have the same sort of approach. So try to understand what they mean basically. So let's go. We are going to see conditional statements over here. As the name suggests, conditional means it's going to evaluate based on the condition. So when a point comes, I need to execute one block of statements. If something like okay, if your age is greater than 18, I need to print here like you are greater than you are eligible to greater than 18 you are eligible to vote, less than 18 you are not eligible to vote. So in that case I because wait, oh sorry, yeah, if I do all these printf statements, what will happen? It just executes linearly. So whenever I need to branch the statements, that if it is true, execute this. If it is false, then execute this. When you need to do the branching stuff, you always use the conditional statements. So that's the importance, and we literally use it in every programming questions. So let's see that. So first of all, the syntax. Basic thing is if this is the simple syntax over here. If and you give a set of parentheses, you need to give your condition over here. I give age is greater than equal to 80. Oh, I haven't declared my age over here. Okay, int age is equal to, let me keep it as 18. What you need to do? Shout you are eligible to vote. And I like to also add one more statement, that's out program is finished. Let me run it up. Just see, you are eligible to vote, program is finished. But what is the case if the age is less than 18? I give it as 16. What would happen? Just nothing is going to be get printed over here. Program is finished is the only statement that's going to be written. I need to give user a clear output like you are not eligible to vote. At that case, I will use else. What does it mean? Else means if the condition inside this if block is false, then execute this statement. So, oh, you are not eligible to vote. Then what would happen? You are not eligible to vote is going to be printed over here. Yeah. So this is the basic need of this. When you need to branch the statements, see it is executed sequentially, right? First it will get assigned, then this needs to be executed, but it is not. We are straight away jumping into this else block. So for branching those statements, if this is true, we need to execute this. If this is false, we need to execute that. That time we will be using if else statements. And okay, when we need to check more than two cases, what can we do? So executing if is very tedious process. So I will be using else if statements. Else if age equal to 18, south 18. Here I'm going to print greater than 18, and here I'm going to print lesser than 18. So when we need to execute multiple statements, try using these if else statements. Yeah, I've given 16 is going to be print as less than 18. So you might be wondering why I have given two equal to signs over here, because we haven't covered relational operators as a separate topic. uh, Try to understand greater than and lesser than things, or we are very much familiar with this mathematical stuff. So Only thing is why we are using double equal to over here means that if you use single equal to, it becomes the value 18 is assigned to the variable age, but we are not assigning, we are checking whether 18 is the value of the variable age. So we need to use double equal to over here. And if you need to check not equal to, just do this exclamatory mark and equal to. Okay. This is very much simple one. And okay, it's recording. Okay, we are checking with these cases whether the age is greater than 18 or equal to 18 or less than 18. So we'll be using all these statements. I can also remove this and just simply say if if age less than 18. So there is nothing wrong with this. You could obviously do with this, but the thing is, every time the code just checks whether the age is greater than 18, whether the age is less than equal to 18 or less than 18. If simply I have given 19 over here and execute it, greater than 18 would be just printed over here. See, greater than 18 is printed, but at the same time, it also checks whether it is equal to 18, whether it is less than 18 or not. And if I have given something like this, else, ouch, and else. The benefit is if the first statement, that is the if block becomes true, then none of these would be checked. So be wise, choose the conditions wisely. Whether you need to use else statements, or you're going to use multiple if statements, or you're going to use nested if statements. Okay, hope you understood what this if, else if, and else statements. Now let's see what nested if means. Nested means one inside another. So if inside another if. So this is what we call as nested statements. So I could also say if number is greater than 0, n modulo 2 equal to 0, else let me declare a variable named n, n is equal to 10. So this is simple odd even program. If the number is divisible by 2, what we need to say? It is even. If it is not, if it is not divisible by 2, then it is obviously going to be odd. So 10, okay, wait, let the output come. Even program is finished because 10 comes in. If n is greater than 0, yeah, ten is greater than 0, then it comes in. If 10 modulo, that is 10 divided by 2 gives 0, yeah, it gives, then it prints even. If I have given something like this 11, odd will be the output. Okay, else south negative numbers, let me change it to minus 11. Now what would be the statement? It would be it is negative numbers. Okay, it's very much simple. Even in Python 2, there the syntax, everything is literally the same. Only there you won't be having this curly braces, you will be having colon over there, and all these indentations will be literally the same over there. So try to understand this if and if else ladder statements. There is one more thing that is called ternary operator. We will be covering them in the next video. So first of all, try to familiarize with all these stuff like if else if statements and nested if statements, as they are really important for doing multiple programming questions, and they are the basic and literally they are the core concepts in most of the programming languages. Hope it is clear. If you have any doubts, do share it in the comment section. I will be replying it. Thank you for watching.